The last song I'm going to talk to you about is actually the first song of the opera, the overture. And the reason being is that the first song is actually a combination of musical motifs from all the other songs. And I thought what it could be interesting is actually to piece it together and indicate exactly where we bowed each part in the overture. So the overture starts with a signature intro that was written just for the overture, but then immediately snaps into the song Tainted. So in the overture we're actually playing this. Which is actually based on the pre-chorus of Tainted. So what happens there, the bass in the original song in Tainted plays a riff, and in the overture we just ignore the original music and just everyone follow the bass riff together. That's why it feels so different. Then we're still bowing from Tainted on the overture, but this time from the chorus. On the overture it sounds like this. And on the original song, it sounds like this. So on the overture, the flute and the violin bowed from the melody of the vocalist on Tainted. Then as the overture progresses, we move to a reference from the song Nurse Billy. So on the overture, it sounds like this. And in Nurse Billy, it sounds like this. After that, the overture moves to the song The Clash, which goes like this. And in The Clash, it pretty much sounds identical. Back in the overture, we are now moving to a song called Periodic Driver. Now what actually happens here, the bass does a transition that comes from the end of the original song Periodic Driver, and then we move into the chorus of Periodic Driver. So on the overture it sounds like this. So moving back to Periodic Driver, the chorus sounds like this.
I am the Periodic Driver, reach my arms to your beat.
From there, the overture moves to a reference from the song All Stranded, but it's actually a bit of a mixture of references. So what actually happens, the drums reference a chorus from the song Escape. The guitars and bass reference the chords from All Stranded, and just at the very end, the guitar is actually going to reference a riff from Tainted again. So first let's just look at what the drums are doing. And if we quickly jump into the Escape, and just listen to the drums, ignore the rest of the music, you'll see it's based on the same idea. Now if we listen back to the same part in the overture and we listen more to the music, the bass, the guitars, we'll see how that matches with All Stranded. So now let's bring back All Stranded. And lastly, in that same section, we're going to listen to what the guitar did on the overture just at the very end, which is a reference for Tainted. And let's hear that in Tainted. After that, the overture moves to the two main motifs of the opera, which are referenced in a lot of other songs, so we can skip that. And eventually it actually wraps up with a reference to the song Barry's Death, which is an instrumental song. So what that happens on the overture, we hear this. And if we go to Barry's Death, we have the same section happening in the flute solo that I've done another vlog about. So that's it for the overture. I encourage you to listen to the whole song, and if you know the other songs, try to connect the dots the way we did, but once it's a solid run.